Let's move on now to the second email today, or the third, I should say. And the third email today comes to us from Alexis Magana, who writes, "Hey, John, I heard the embargo for Bumblebee lifts this Saturday. Is this a good sign? Usually the last 5 films in the Transformers franchise usually lifted the day of." All right, Robert, we are approaching Bumblebee here. It's coming up. What are your expectations? Do you think things are pointing positive for this one as opposed to the train wrecks we've had in the previous Transformers movies?
I do. I think this movie looks like it's character-based. I mean, the Transformers movies have always been about the Transformers, obviously, and robot foo. Instead of kung fu, you have robot foo, right. Robots fighting. I really think Bumblebee, you've got Travis Knight coming off of Kubo and the Two Strings. Yeah. I think they brought him in. They needed a different direction. They really have to come back to the first Transformers film, which I actually liked, was really about a boy in his car.
I love the first, unabashedly, unapologetically, I love the first Transformers movie.
Now they've got the story of a girl in her car. And Bumblebee to me looks equal amount sweet and kick-ass. And that I really am looking forward to it. I love the old school Gen 1 Transformers designs. Yep. Everything about the movie, it has that sort of E.T.-ish quality, which I think everybody, a boy or girl in her alien or his alien, or robot, as it were. I think this movie is going to be more successful than everybody thinks it's going to be, and especially coming off The Last Night. I think this is going to re-energize the Transformers franchise, and I think it's going to put a smile on faces and warm our hearts.
Well, there are a couple things here. Number one, I like the first Transformers movie. All the other ones have been dumpster fires to me. But
not 3. You like?
I didn't even like. I remember Schnipp liked that one too. I think. No, is that the one where they went to Chicago?
Yeah, the Battle of Chicago, kicks ass.
Yeah, man. I don't know. But anyway, you're not alone. There are some other people that really like that one. But it was, to me, much like the Aquaman situation. It's when they announced James Wan. Once they said James Wan was directing that movie, there is nobody more influential for how good or bad a movie will be than the director. That's when I started going, whoa, wait, really? James Wan? I had the same experience with Bumblebee, because I heard they're going to do a Bumblebee standalone movie. That is ridiculous. And then they said, Travis Knight's going to direct it. I'm like, the dude who directed Kubo and the Two Strings is going to direct this. What? Now, here's your biggest thing. As you were kind of pointing out in your email, the critic reviews, the review embargo does get lifted on Saturday. Now, there's a couple things here to keep in mind. Number one, they have to lift the embargo on Saturday because the first public screenings on Saturday, remember, they're doing special advanced screenings on the 8th, that's Saturday, of Bumblebee across the nation. There are special one-night only screenings on the 8th. This is a couple of things. So number one, you have public screenings, you have to lift the review embargo. But it's not the review embargo lifting that makes me think, oh, they really believe in this film. What really makes me believe that they believe in this film is the fact that they're doing a public screening weeks before this movie is supposed to even, they're doing public screenings of this before Aquaman's doing public screenings. If you don't believe in your movie, and you think you've got a movie that people aren't going to like, you don't put out sneak peeks nationwide for people to see it and then bad talk your movie for weeks before the movie comes out. Look, Paramount may be right and Paramount may be wrong, but I can guarantee you right now, where Paramount's mind is right now, is they frickin' believe in this movie. Paramount, they might be right, they might be wrong, but they 100% think they've got a winner on their hands. They 100% believe they've got a Bumblebee movie that the audiences and the critics are going to like and love, and that's why they're putting this thing out on the 8th, so they can have weeks of positive buzz and word of mouth to help them try to stand up against Aquaman, which, as we all know, is probably going to win that weekend, but I think they're going to compete a lot stronger. Now, maybe Paramount is dead wrong. Maybe their movie sucks and they just don't realize it. But at least they think it's a good movie, and that is at least a step in the right direction.
I completely agree. I mean, it's like, I'll show you yours if you show me mine. Show you mine, whatever.
I told you I can't play that game anymore.
But I do think that this is a huge look. Showing a movie is the final arbiter of whether it's good or not, and the fact that they're putting it out for the public, especially in this climate. What do you call the week of death?
The Killer's Row,
the Murderer's Row of movies. I mean, the fact that they're putting it out, it's all you need to know. And I'm curious because the Transformers franchise, they know they know that it's sort of a moribund franchise. It's not really where they want it to be. Last Night did not perform well at all compared to the other 4 Transformers films.
Yeah, no.
And I think Bumblebee, they think it's a new direction. They think it's a new beginning, and it very well might be. I'm actually excited to see it, truth be told.
Yeah, I have moved from being dumb idea to, ooh, Travis Knight, I'm intrigued, to I think the trailer's been killer, particularly these last ones that have shown some of the original G1 to get some of us who are really into the nostalgia of the Transformers really on board. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm now at that point where I'm not just curious, I'm legit excited about this movie.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm going to see it this Saturday. So there you go. All right. What's the final email?